Hey everybody, just making sure we are live because kind of on my other laptop. So want to make sure Travis doesn't come in here and be like, "Hello, Artem, it's Xander." Like Xander Mayerov. So a link is sent to Travis, guys. Clear. I think we're working. Can you hear me? And that's kind of my last check. And if you can hear me, we are good to go. And if you cannot hear me, I probably cannot fix it anyway. All right, Travis Bagent unfiltered. Is this a Republican friendly podcast? Amen, brother. Amen, sir. I love it. I love it. Nope, 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 nope. Travis, we cannot see you or hear you, but I see that, sir, that you are here.
Yeah, player. All right,
Yeah.
can you now?
We are live, by the way. Let me press record. Hell yeah.
What up, dog?
What's up, player?
Yeah, boy.
What's up? Oh, dude, it's been a while.
Yeah, I didn't even think we were friends
Everybody,
anymore.
welcome back to the first official episode of Tell Me I'm the Greatest podcast. And here we are, after all these years, after all the successes of young Tyson Bagent, we're finally here in the place where we found Travis Bagent, very hot and very fresh off plane of Turkey.
Oh
Travis
man, it was crazy trip for me, Artem. I was in the air more than I was on the ground.
How was it? I kind of thought about that because when you called me and I'm like, "You going there?" I'm like, "Hold on, it's like Thursday."
No, dude, it was crazy. I
What did
got
you do
the
to them people?
8:30 flight out of Washington or Washington Dulles. Got me in at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 2 or 3 o'clock Turkish time Friday. The press conference is 3 hours later. Went to sleep, slept till 3 o'clock the next day. Got up, went to Monica's, ate, came back, started the pre-show at 6:40. The tournament went till 3 in the morning. Coach Ray and me were in a taxi at 5 a.m. Back at 6:30, 8 o'clock flight, landed, went, barely made it home to watch the Cardinals and the Bears.
It really made
It was a great day. It was great. I mean, listen, it was a lot. It was torture. Like that flight coming back with that jet stream is a beast. But I will tell you that I am usually not a big fan of traveling for personal reasons. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
but but that motherfucking East versus West is the real deal, man. Like, I it was like I told Engin, it was like if it was a boxing card, it was like Sugar Ray Leonard versus freaking Marvin Hagler. That was the first match. Then Lennox Lewis and Mike Tyson. Then Manny Pacquiao and Mayweather. I mean, it's so crazy if you would just take all the guys that lost and you could make a poster and just be like, yo, if you can't beat these guys, don't even think about coming. Don't even think about coming. And I said it during the broadcast. If you get an opportunity to get on the card at East versus West from 15 on, I don't know how you did it, whether it's through your legendary status in the past, your social media
Marketing.
presence, or your fucking skill level. Any one of those that gets you on that card, you a bad dude. The equivalent of being on that card is like winning the Nationals for the 5th year in a row. Same feeling.
Well,
Crazy. Hey, listen, for the first time, they didn't have the auditorium. They had like a wedding or a show or something over there. So we did it all in the same place where we do the press conference.
I
And
was about to ask you. So the
I
first
thought it
time,
was better. I thought it was better, but I imagine that if you wanted to sell seats, then you would probably want the auditorium, but super impressed, super duper duper impressed. And I mean, we only had three North Americans and they all won. So it was awesome. Pretty fucking sweet. And, I remain jealous of the competitors, and more than being jealous of the competitors, more jealous of the promoter and how fucking much that he is killing it.
right? I love it. Yeah, that's interesting because Engin did wanted to. He was talking about moving that thing from the auditorium to the press conference room. Probably East versus West 6 is when I heard it. Like he actually wanted to move it from there to there. So that's you actually got to experience that, and you're saying it was kind of
And for
better.
the first time, and I tell you what I don't like that I thought I did like
The
is
audience hearing you.
that the audience could hear me, because man, you gotta watch your mouth then.
I can notice it. You commentating the whole time. You commentate with pauses now because you pause because you're like, "Fuck! I just heard myself." I can hear you like,
Yeah, and I'm like, I can't say anything. Like I even mentioned early in the Turkish guy was up against somebody and there was a little bit of movement, and I said, all right, you smell a little home cooking from the Turkish guy. And man, 2 seconds later, Engin appeared. I don't want to hear no bullshit about no time. I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And I was like, damn, usually he wouldn't have heard that till Monday. I'm
"You
already
like
back
out."
safely at home. And I could say, man, I don't give a fuck what you say. But man, when he showed up in that room, I shut up quick. It was terrible. Yeah. If I'd have known he almost gonna get his ass whipped later
Are you
on in the
just
night,
like in the booth or like you're in the closed
I
door?
was like in the same room, but just in a little side room. But it was like so close.
So you can see the boss coming.
I didn't. No, but once he appeared around that thing, boy, everybody tightened up. It was crazy. Yeah. So yeah, but it was good. It was good. It was listen. I mean, I don't know where it's gonna go, but it definitely gives the illusion that that dude is on to something.
Dude, I know what you're talking about people hearing you. Me and Cobra had to do that at Battlegrounds in Kentucky 2 years ago, and the setup was the same. To our microphone, we were supposed to talk over this match we're seeing, right? And you can hear a commentary in the live stream, but also in the audience. And I'm like, you're just gonna entertain everybody, right? And I look at Cobra. Cobra is not even touching the mic. Like, yo, Cobra, you good? And then people can
Hey,
hear.
I
They're
will
like,
tell you
yeah, yeah,
this.
yeah. You just
I did get a lot of I got a lot of, thank yous and you're the man. And I never get any of that usually because nobody heard anything. Um, they'll tell me, hey, I can't wait to hear what you said. But this time it's instant, right? As soon as I walk out to use the bathroom, take a break, anything, it's like, oh man, you crazy. You're the man. And I'm not as funny because you gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. Like, I wouldn't want to call Michael Todd a crybaby like I did before. Cause man, you look over and Rebecca will be right back there like on your ass. So, you got that. It is what it is. So, and we didn't have to go up the stairs. We were so much more a part of it in that way. So that was the only thing different. So I thought that I loved it, but now that I think about it, I wouldn't mind going back to the ghost to where you don't hear nothing I said until you edit the video.
You have to be a little careful, man. You have to be on your toes a little bit. Then
No
God
doubt,
forbid,
no doubt, no
God
doubt. But
forbid.
also, too, it's probably better if we get bigger that I keep that PG version because that's probably what's going to be required if we're on ESPN or one of these streaming networks or whatever the deal, wherever it goes, and we'll see.
How much PG you think you wore? I think it was. I mean, it was definitely kind of different, but I mean, it was just as entertaining.
Yeah, I got you. I just know that I love to make some real, like I even like to make jokes. I didn't even torture Coach Ray at all because I'm like, oh, I don't want Engin to hear this and then come back here. Because listen, I love Engin to death, but just know you can only come back there yelling at me one time per show. The second time, headphones come off and I got to say something terrible and get fired.
And it's not even that you don't, that it's all of a sudden that second walk in just piss you off. It's like you trying to do something that you killing it, right? And now your vibe is off. Like,
dude, and I was like, it's very calculated. Like every bit of my lines, I mean, to me, they have comedic value, and that's what I decided to say. As soon as I got to treat this like a real job and be careful, well, I might not even be that. I mean, I think if you take out my comedy,
well, the cost has to go up, so the complaints has to go up.
Yeah, and like I don't even know if I'm the guy you should have there if there's no comedy. You might as well put in one of the other guys, a lot cheaper. That's for sure. So that's the dilemma. But on the flip side, I mean, I can see it's amazing because I've rarely had an arm wrestling job that if you fired me, I wouldn't make fun of you. You know what I mean? But if that dude tells me I can't come back there anymore, I'll be like, damn. Like, motherfucker, I kind of wanted to see that match. And that's fucked up. I'm sorry. And I don't like being in that. I don't love being in that position. But what it shows you is how strong the brand is, man. Super strong.
I know.
And you know what else too is happening? I mean, obviously, Kaplan called me and wanted a bunch of clips. Said he had a show idea just for me by myself. On the way back from Turkey, I got that message, and then I hear and see that I guess the World Series of Arm Wrestling must have went over pretty well too, because you got all these guys talking about what an amazing weekend out in California with Greg Sharp. So I wouldn't be surprised if the East First West brand is just rising all tides. And everybody's like, everybody's strong, aggressive, and, like probably rarely in our world would the second stringers be so prominent. Because right now, man, being on the first string at that East First West, that ain't for everybody, Artem. You will never hit that stage again, brother. Forget about it. Me and you, technical sound, entertainment, setup, breakdown.
Oh, hold on, my man. There's a tournament coming my way. Let's not make assumptions for my future based on my past, okay?
Yeah, you done.
No. I got some moves left in me, Travis Bagent. You don't put that.
Yeah. We got you. We get you on the B team, but you ain't hitting that stage no more with no motherfuckers. No,
well, there's
that level. That level's too big.
Might not, but I'll leave it for the end of the podcast. Why I'm not here in that stage.
Oh yeah, hey.
You don't know yet.
There better not be no disrespect towards Mr. Kersey on this show. I almost had to whip Devon's ass.
Hey, before we talk about this, 50. No.
I felt like I was either going to get stabbed by 15 Turkish guys helping Devon, or I should be the first one to stab him firstly, just so they know what team I'm on.
Hold on, before you say anything. 15 Norway's money super chat. I would have smashed Travis Bagent in a super match, but just in my dreams, unfortunately. In reality, I'm just a big fan. Stay strong and keep it up.
My God, trust me, you're closer to beating me in a super match than you've ever been. That is the truth.
All right, well, so, since you want to start with that, Travis Bagent, what are you feeling towards the whole Devon Laird idea?
I didn't think it was that big a deal, first of all. And second of all, I saw it coming anyway. Like, one thing that is interesting is, I think Engin made a bad mistake, probably. Like, Engin is he was okay with Artem and Devon talking about their potential match in the press conference, right? It got a little weird in the press conference, and but just know that there really is no true weirdness to Devon. It is only his opinion on how he should conduct himself in order to get bigger views, bigger pay-per-views, and all that stuff. So that is important to me. Like, let's just say he made a mistake, right? What was the mistake? The mistake was the people that he is trying to engage aren't interested. That's it. Like, but if they would have been interested in engaging, then it would have been more outlandish takes and views to get more fucking pay-per-views. So now you don't have to agree with it. And listen, I mean, it's awkward. Motherfucker's awkward at times, but just know where it came from. It was not, he is not just all of a sudden deciding to do this when there is no motive behind it. So if his motive, which I believe is to get a bigger audience, bigger views, more pay-per-view, all that stuff, playing the heel, being the main guy, being an asshole, whatever you want to call it, be entertaining, just depends on what side you're on, right? Just know that he is trying to make it bigger. So now, the method you may not agree with, but you have to understand that there is nothing else to that. And if I was Engin, I understand that status and those titles, those guys before they pull each other, they need a match build up. They need cash for both sides. And Engin needs the cash flow from the pay-per-views in order to make it all work. So whenever you put them up there, and I don't know if you've ever trained. Have you ever trained with Bill Spinks?
No.
So Bill Spinks has a technique in training, and here's what it is. He lines up, triple capture thumb knuckle, right? Which is fine. Not a big deal. I'm a fan of that approach as well. Right. And then if you're stronger than Bill Spinks at that moment, you pull him down because you're a little annoyed that he got that high. And before go, just the fact that he gripped you like that, you snatch him, maybe a little elbow comes off the pad, a little bit off the front, and you snatch him into a wrist curl, and you pull his ass down. And naturally, right when you do that, you let off the grip a little bit in order to come back to the middle. Bill Spinks, like Devin Larratt, does not stop positioning and pulling. So once you beat him, you're in the strap. He's triple capped. You relinquish a little bit. He gets out more on your hand. You come back to the middle. He has not stopped pulling the entire time. And now he's in a bit of a better position because you were able to snatch him in the wrist curl and pull him. You try to do it again. And you get to about a half inch from that pad, and that wrist gets all funny. So Devon and Engin and Artem, is his name Artem?
Yeah.
What's his last name?
Dude, it's all the same.
Now, what's the dude's name? He's the champ. Morozov. Morozov didn't do anything wrong, right? All Morozov did is got tired of hearing the cringy bullying that was happening with Dennis and the poor fucking Eagle or Petrenko Oleg. I mean, God, talk about reading the room. This guy's not interested, Devon. He don't even know what the fuck you're saying. Funny, he is the nicest guy. The nicest guy in the fucking world. I told Engin that from now on, I should do the interpreting for the Georgians and Russians when the American guy's trying to talk. Because I don't give a fuck what they say. I know what to say back. I can engage, right? But these guys are totally uninterested. And let me tell you why they're uninterested. Devon's the strongest man in the world. That's why. I thought that weight would matter. Listen, he letting them weigh in too early. When I got there on Friday, they had already weighed in Friday morning. This motherfucker looked huge to me. He looked like he was 260 pounds, just like he always looked. Like, he is way too big for that class, and I think I mentioned it. The motherfucker's been the champ of that class since he was 12 years old. He just has other admiration. He wants to be the very best of any weight class, and I'm telling you, I know that's crazy for me to say this, but I think he will be the best in that class one day. And I think it'll be either Levon or Vitaly that he will end up beating in order to crown himself as the champ of the world. So, but these guys were not interested in it. Artem stepped up just because he got tired of hearing this shit, right? And the fact that I think that Artem probably thinks that he can beat Devon left-handed in a super match today. And I would probably agree with him, but I'm just telling you, he better be careful. He better be careful, even left-handed, because Devon is at a point where I'm not saying he's bigger than Engin, but he might be bigger than Engin.
Well, I can argue with that.
They've got a mesh. Their relationship is important. So
they are, but I feel like Devon always been bigger. Like, I'm sorry to say that, but
well, no doubt. Yeah, usually I'm just telling you the East versus West brand is strong right now. And there is an argument as to if Devon gets, because listen, if Devon is trying to grow the sport and makes a mistake doing that, listening to someone giving him a whole bunch of shit about it may force him to say, man, listen, I'll do my own thing. And I got a feeling he wouldn't have any trouble getting the backing to do his own supermatch card. Now, I don't think he can do it as good as Engin. I don't think that he has the energy Engin does, the love.
As far as doing it how Engin does it, yeah, Engin has those. You need Engin to do what's happening in Turkey for sure. Like, as far as
and I would say that, listen, it's going to be hard for any human being except Engin to gather the amount of respect with the variety of people and make, because listen, there's a lot of egos in that room when you get to that level that was there the other day. I mean, you got to have a product so big that guys like Michael Todd, they walk the line. You know what I mean? They accept the match. You have the communication level to get it done. You lock it in financially. It all works out. And listen, I'm not sure if Devon was no longer a part of East versus West. The East versus West may keep trending and never not stop. There's no doubt about it. But to me, the easiest way for me to become Joe Rogan is for them two to stay together. So, there's got to be some, and I think they probably was already at his house, so they probably already worked it out. Quick misunderstanding, but if I'm Engin, I would appreciate the fact that two guys up there doing that little sparring in front of the world after all that trash talk, that ain't a good place for Engin to be. Reffing that match and kind of, I wouldn't say pushing it, but allowing it, right? Because it was borderline disrespectful the whole time in the press conference.
Yeah, I get the press conference.
The way Devon's bullying my man during the match. If I was a Ukrainian countryman or someone that could shut his ass up from coming over there fucking with us, I would do it too, which is what Artem tried to do, but arm wrestling Devon at the practice table when it really, really matters. That's what Artem did. It ain't the smartest thing in the world because the dude will not stop doing what I told you that Bill Spinks does. And eventually he's going to get control. And then it was really awkward. And then Engin trying to tell him to stop and Engin getting mad as shit and Devon not giving a motherfucker at all. Get the fuck away from me. I got this motherfucker now. This dumb motherfucker pinned me, let his hand up, let me get a little too high on it. I'm full broke arm, king's move. I got him. I got this motherfucker. Leave me alone. And so I know I've been in that position with Devon, with the owner or the guy that runs the CrossFit games. We're out there doing something. We get gripped up. They say go. I crack him a couple times. Each time I crack him, he gets a little higher. Finally, the cameras are over there. It's about our fourth or fifth start. I can't beat him anymore. My man got too much. So none of that surprised me. The only thing that to me got a little scary is the countrymen of the people that were already agitated because they were on the European side of, hey, bro, stop trying to bully everybody, man. And the fact that I wouldn't fuck with Engin in Istanbul.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like, listen, Niazi and all them guys, man, they're all very nice people, man. But to me, there's a certain level of they will fuck you up if needed. So to me, I was worried that one of Engin's buddies or somebody would just go on up there with an ice pick and snatch this motherfucker in the neck with it. And then, 15 other motherfuckers jumping on him. And listen,
ice picks with you.
Listen, you talk about a weird position, because what do you think I'm supposed to do if I see Devon and Jody getting ice picked? If you think I'm jumping in there like that as Ezra, well, you're fucking crazy, because you picked the wrong marketing plan on how to grow the sport, homie. And it all has happened, and you probably shouldn't be acting like that. I understand why he acted like that, because he is interested in getting this place to another level. And even if he's right or wrong, that is what he thinks. That's what he was doing, right? So, and listen, he's so strong, so good at that format. Beating his ass 4 times when you don't outweigh him by 100 pounds, it is going to be difficult. I mean, listen, he's going to whack Reno Mostic, no problem. So he's going to be that champ. I'm pretty sure he could right now win the left-handed 105 or 110, 15, whatever it is. Whatever the 231 left-handed class is, it's him and Alajon, I guess, right? And I'm not saying Alajon is awesome, but if Devon gets back up to 260 like I just watched him, he's probably going to win those 2 classes left-handed too.
I kind of want to see Alajon and Devon, because I don't think Devon wins that.
Yeah, probably not. But I mean, if you're Alajon, I mean, you better be careful weighing 231, because that dude don't weigh 231.
Sure,
and he's all. I mean, listen, man.
Alajon won worlds at supers being less than 225, I think.
Yeah, no doubt. But I mean, listen, we just saw Ivan. We just saw Metashenko almost become the super heavyweight champ too. So I don't know if that category.
Did you know, or that's how much Ivan has impact in your life.
You saw it. You saw him with Artem.
Yeah, but
Morozov. You saw him at the. I mean, he almost won the super heavyweight thing, and so I mean, I don't know. I'm just telling you that Devon is a rare human being right now, and with that weight loss, I mean, I don't know anybody that could do that to Petrenko. Shut his ass down, man. Petrenko's so good, so strong, so amazing. That wasn't close.
Dude, that's one thing not that many people realize, and I guess it's because Devon is so strong, but dude, yeah, Oleg didn't do anything.
Nothing.
Wasn't even in the room.
And I thought that weight would affect him. I'm like, dude, Devon's 50-50 against any of these guys if he weighs the same. You got to make Devon weigh in. They got to make Devon weigh in. If you want to pull Devon at a lighter class, you got to make him weigh in at the press conference. Motherfucker gets 24 hours, not 48. But he was too big, too strong, too awesome.
Yeah.
But I hope that they kind of work it out, because there's got to be a medium there where they can, because if they stay together and that promotion gets bigger and Devon finds a little smoother outlet, or just has an opponent that wants to give it back to him. But, and bullying people is the worst thing you can do. It makes everybody feel weird.
For sure. And like you said, like the main mistake is probably wrapped up in the words like reading the room. And you can see to me the problem was when Devon started talking to Engin about, hey, this is the best 105 you got. What type of reply will you expect from Engin, but not being dry as actual reply? Oh yeah,
And honestly, let's be honest, that was the nicest
do that.
thing. That was the nicest thing that Devon said all weekend. Because
Listen, I
he
get
was
what
in rare form. Like, I was there, I was sitting right beside him, and I heard him say, Ukrainian, you know what happens when I pull Ukrainians, and I'm like, oh my God, don't say nothing about push car. So I looked at him, I said, easy, fella. That motherfucker looked at me, he's like, what? Like, he was mad at me. I'm like, easy. He's like, I'm talking about the other dude. And I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, you good, motherfucker. I just don't want you to go too far. That's it. And the more I think about it, go ahead and go too far. I don't give a fuck if you ruin your whole life up here right now. All I know is that I don't like when people say that Devon's acting like me. Because I'm telling you, man, if I ever acted like that, first of all, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, all right? Second of all, I would like to think that there was much more comedy involved in my trash talking. And a lot less, Travis is a clown, Travis is a shit talker, but not that Travis is the absolute most disrespectful person that has ever lived. Because that's, and I could see people's face too, man. And you know what?
That video of you and Alexi with bandanas might not support you in the statements.
Say it again.
I
Which
think
one?
that you and Alexi in bandanas that day, right? Like that match may not be in your favor.
What? That was me not letting Alexei Vovoda bully me.
Or what? Who did you did bad because of Igor? Poor
Oh
Simarenko.
yeah, me and Stemerenko. That was probably a bad one.
Yeah, but
But on
that,
the flip side too, I mean, yeah, it would have been, if I would have been dominating Pushkar or Semerenko and then did all that, maybe. But that was some 50-50 shit, and I ended up losing.
I got you.
Or I think we tied. I don't know. It's something weird.
Mm.
But yeah, listen, I'm not sure I had an act like that. I'm just telling you now, if I have, that's not a good look at all. And I hope that, first of all, if it works and I make more money commentating, I don't care how disrespectful the motherfucker continues to be. But if it threatens the brand and the relationship, and then all of a sudden you're working less, well, motherfucker, don't do that. You know what I mean? So I guess we'll kind of wait to see if it was good or not. But one thing I know is that he was trying to get more views and make arm wrestling bigger. So because of that, it's easy for me to forgive him or not think it was that big a deal. If he was up there trying to ruin the brand and make sure that no one watches it, well, that would be a different category. And then you'd want him to never be allowed back.
Right. There's a $9.99 super chat, and after that, I would like to throw my opinion there also at some point. I don't think Devon acts like that because he's trying to grow the sport. I think he was pissed about people accusing him of cheating on Engin's podcast, and he just took out that and he just.
Well, he should not be. If he's angry about people accusing him from cheating, he's going to be the angriest motherfucker on earth, because he is the cheatingest motherfucker you ever will find, ever.
Hey, how about actually the starts with Oleg? I mean, I think he was so strong. He was actually okay. Like the setups were pretty fast.
Yeah, after the 2 times he started early and stopped everything, he's like, "Oh, I'm good." It's all good. And listen, who cares? He is. He is never going to stop, and he shouldn't stop, because listen, the only way you can't cheat in arm wrestling, you can have a referee that didn't call something, but you didn't cheat. Motherfucker, all you got to do is do it. If I call a foul, then you didn't get to cheat. If you try to cheat and I don't call it a foul, well, listen, that's what everybody's doing. It's just this guy is taking it to, a ridiculous place. I mean, even him, like he was still in some pretty brutal back and forth arguments with the ref. And he was in total control. I mean, he's yelling at the ref right away. It's like, yo, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you? And to me, that's all those theatrics are only there to grow the sport and to try to win. So that's why it's, to me, it's not that big a deal. And I mean, really, listen, the guy's the dude. I mean, without him, we don't have none of this shit. So it's okay. It's okay for you not to agree with it because you're not a warrior powerful enough to do that. Like you have to be like, listen, you got to be a bad motherfucker to have your wife right there and fucking disrespecting everybody in the room. You bad motherfucker physically.
There are a couple comments. I like this one. Travis' commentary is as important as a Devon match. I respect that. And
that would be awesome if that is true because these motherfuckers gonna be on ESPN and shit before long.
So to because people are like, can we talk about other matches? I'm like, all right, listen, guys, we know. So
what for? You already saw them.
But something to say about the whole Devon thing, because somebody messaged me too, like how the guy was like, yeah, I'm finally tired of disrespect of Devon. I'm like, what was disrespectful? And like he like just break down the whole East vs. West thing. And I'm like reading it. I'm like, you know what? It's kind of like the way he broke it down. It reminds me of the Devon before. It reminds me of the matches Devon before and the match before. And I'm like, dude, well, to me, it's almost like, and maybe I'm wrong. Like,
in my opinion, the Florida was worse than what happened.
Well, kind of. It's Florida, like you said.
Florida was just the stupidest fucking thing in the world. Like,
I like how you said Arden went and pushed him. Yeah, Arden meaning me. I did push Devon like back in Florida, so it was kind of fun. There was some type of engagement to his
that was retarded.
But
to
yeah,
see y'all rolling around like that,
dude. So, that like. I kind of feel like it's super clear, especially, and like, I mean, maybe fucking clear to me, and I got people throwing stones at me for saying all this stuff, but it seems like with whatever happened, at what point, like, Devon decided to, like, up it a notch, he's, like, clearly just trying to do, like, some Conor McGregor, whatever the shit is, like, to kind of create that absolute villain because we don't really have villains or whatever. So it's kind of clear to me, like, oh, maybe it's my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong because people have their own opinions here. But I think that's what he's doing. And that's his agenda now. And it's clearly working because we fucking spent nothing but talked about him. So it's clearly something is working. However, there is a fine line of what you're saying. And to me, it's like, reading the room, right? Like, whatever.
Yeah, like handing those straps to Johnny Walker, and I'm looking at Johnny Walker, and Johnny Walker is like, yo, bro, you's a clown. This ain't, I'm not in. Now, the good part about it is that the hundreds of thousands of people that we would love to watch the pay-per-view, I'm hoping that Devon's plan is to bring them in. If that is the case, then I understand. Motherfucker. But the people who love arm wrestling ain't interested in none of that. Now, that's a small crowd. So if you're Devon, you're like, yeah, motherfucker, yeah, you got 13 other matches to enjoy the fucking arm wrestling at its purest. Just know that I've already handled the pure arm wrestling. I went through there, and I'm 50 years old, and I've decided to embark on a new plan. And how dare you think it's so wrong if I took the pure arm wrestling to this level? So it's not like that he's brand new and he's doing something crazy. He knows how to do it the other way. He ain't interested in that.
Somebody quoted Brandon Morris here. The guy John said, "You say cheater, I say opportunist."
Exactly. That's listen, and that is funny. Like when I call someone a cheater, I mean, come on. I would do anything if I thought that I could get an advantage, and I do it all. I understand that I am unwilling to compromise as well. And listen, the ultimate uncompromiser can only be that if he is stronger than everybody. So it does, I mean, Devon did not cheat any more or any less than he always does. And when I say cheat, just get rid of the word cheat and say take. Motherfucker took everything, and he will take everything. He has no conscience. He is not like John Brzezinski. He does not feel this personal integrity to give you a fair grip. No. And listen, if you think that he's going to or supposed to, you are mistaken. He was not going to do that. And I also feel like I could be wrong about this, but I think Devon loves arm wrestling more than everyone who's criticizing him. So just know that he loves arm wrestling. He would love for the numbers to come in triple time. And this is his idea of how to get it done. And it doesn't matter if you agree with it or not. Just understand that that's the motive. If you think that he is trying to destroy arm wrestling, even if he does destroy it, just know he didn't mean to. He meant to get it, make it bigger.
There's actually a saying of that in 48 laws of power in the book. There's one of the laws where, like, whatever, like, I forget what the law was, but the quote is, the emotion doesn't matter. What's matter is the result. And that kind of sums it up. Yeah, it doesn't really fucking matter, like, what we think and what we're discussing. Yeah, like, does it bring us more money? What's the result of it? Like,
Yeah, and listen, Engin's got a lot of integrity, like in his mind and the way he lives his life. What Devon is doing is not how he would do it. So the most interesting thing that we have to worry about is, can those two coexist if Devon's idea of how to get it bigger? Will Engin continue to allow him to have this platform under his banner and still use the technique he's trying to use on how to get it bigger? I have no idea. That'll be a question for Engin. The next time we talk to him, we need to find out. Like, hey, my man, I know that you personally be involved there probably wasn't a good thing. That's probably making you a little bit mad that you're the one touching and he's touching you and you trying to stop all that shit. If that wasn't Engin and it was just a referee, is Engin's brand, in his opinion, is it worth it to grow it with that technique?
right, because there's a little room where, like, we see a lot of Engin versus, like, in comparison with Steve Kaplan, nobody knows what Steve Kaplan looks like.
It's so funny too. Is Kaplan, as soon as I talked to him about the new show, I said, "Man, Devon's off the hook. Motherfuckers up there, him and Engin battling. Can you imagine?" He's like, "Yeah, sounds like me and you." I'm like, damn. Like, he just hit me with the thing too, that I'm like that. You know what I mean? I'm like, I got it. So
did you go home, look in the mirror?
Yeah, exactly. I'm looking at it right now. I'm looking at myself right now thinking, yeah. And I even thought about this whole process on talking about it. Like, the last thing I want to be is some snowflake fucking, I'm not going to contradict and try to act like, if I did act like that, I can't be so far against it now. You know what I mean? But I will tell you this. Very interesting if it wouldn't have been Devon. Would another person get away with it? That's a question too, right? Like,
Yeah, well, dude,
would anybody else get away with that and there not be? Because if you wasn't that good, you wouldn't be back. So that's another thing Engin's got to face. How much can he discipline any other athlete from here on? That athlete say, "What are you talking about? You let this guy do whatever the fuck he wanted." You can't all of a sudden tell me I got to say yes sir, no sir, and I can't argue about a call.
Mhm.
So that all that stuff is in play, and then you have he's at an interesting time. Like, does core sports condone that behavior? Are they like, this is exactly what we needed, or are they like, whoa, we don't want that to be at the king of the table? With Engin's new partner, with Robert, is Robert Baxter telling Engin, hey, I loved it, or man, might have to work on that. Like, if I bring this motherfucker to Disney World and I got Walt Disney sitting there, is this okay? I don't know the answer to that. You know what I mean? I would just resort back to the fact that Devon loves arm wrestling more than you. He's better at arm wrestling than you, and he is attempting to make it better from a financial standpoint, character standpoint, a bigger show with bigger people willing to watch. So even if he's committing a crime, you know why. Now, the biggest problem will be if he's wrong. If it's not going to make us bigger, if it's going to hurt us, then it'd be good if he recognizes it and then acts accordingly.
There's a comment, and I don't know how to say this word. According to Engin's last video, Robert was saying that Devon should be reprimanded.
Yeah, but any kind of punishment is punishing the maybe it's not. Listen, when is Engin going to have, if he had that same card without Devon and Ole? Because listen, no one really cared about that match. Like, that was not the match I was looking forward to. I don't know if you were, for whatever reason, but I think it's fun if Devon tackles Levon, put him up there with Gennady, something where he can really antagonize a guy and you don't mind that he's bullying the guy, right? I don't mind if he tries to bully Gennady, tries to bully Levon, tries to bully. I mean, I wouldn't mind if he was trying to bully Dennis, except if you were there, you can see that Dennis don't look like he's ready to roll. He was, he very annoyed by the entire situation. And I would be surprised too if we see Dennis back again as a guest, if he knows he's got to listen to that shit.
Yeah, well, hey, so to Dennis and Artem and all that thing, and to maybe confirm that other conspiracy theory from the other guy, there was something people may not know about, but Devon got really upset with Deuce about the hammer, about the legacy hammer.
Yeah, well, listen. Do you know how stupid that is? That Devon is legitimately angry about that? The fuck are we talking about? First of all, that is not a legacy hammer. What are they talking about? That hammer was owned by Marcio and Matt Mask at one time. No. So I don't, and also too, there was a little miscommunication between whether the thing was supposed to be given out again or some shit. I don't know, but listen, Devon, stop being. If you really are mad about that, then you're an asshole too. Like, don't be mad about that. Just don't do it.
Right.
Yeah. And now listen, I don't think he is mad about it. I think that he sees a way to talk shit to Dennis in order to make a big pay-per-view stink and then pull left-handed. And Devon thinks that Dennis is down a level and he's up a level and that he could beat him left-handed. And I also think that Devon cares about losses in the past. Yeah, I think that's why he like calling me out for no reason. Like, if you used to whip his ass or you have a win on him, he got a problem with that. And he will use that to then create, because he didn't even want to talk to Petrenko at the press conference.
No.
He was zeroed in on Dennis and whoever else didn't like it.
I'm telling you, why you mean he's not mad? He's legit mad because like I was trying to like
Well, listen,
translate.
if he's legit mad, then he's
When I
an
was trying to
idiot.
translate everything to Devon, like whatever, like Artem and whatever, like because Artem messaged me asking why is Devon mad. I'm like, I don't know why Devon mad. Let me explain to you how Legacy Hammer works. Let me go. Okay, let me whatever you said. Let me go say it to Devon. Yo, Devon, Artem doing the. Yo, I don't care about it. Like I'm trying to do the right thing. Like he was legitimately like upset about the whole thing. So I get it why he's
Yeah,
going.
but it's not a good. I mean, I'm not. No one in the world is mad at Dennis for not following the rules of whatever the fuck
Yeah, like
Devin come up
I've
with.
spoken to all of them. It's such a miscommunication because everybody have said exactly what you said the first time you discovered the Legacy Hammer. Like, what? I have the Legacy Hammer, right? Because that's what somebody I think Artem told me. Like, well, I'm pretty sure the left-handed hammer is a Travis.
Yeah, all five of them. Every motherfucking hammer that was ever given away left-handed at the WAL, all five of them are mine.
I like how you said
And
that.
listen, I
I'm
don't
not
even
there.
care. I don't care. I'm just telling you that if Devin decided to risk his relationship with Engin in the East versus West over some legacy hammer that Dennis is not interested in talking about nor following through with, you listen, that is a dumb reason to potentially die in Istanbul, which has almost happened. Now, listen, I don't care what kind of Rambo soldier warrior he is. There's no way to get his wife out of there. He might get himself out of there, but Jody's dead. Because there ain't nobody to help her. There's not enough Americans, and it wouldn't matter anyway. Michael Todd does not believe in Devin's calls, and I can tell you right now, Todd Hutchins wouldn't get involved no matter what they were doing. That motherfucker was staying there just like this with a Miller High Life, and tell his girl to back up and watch.
I'm pretty sure you're lying to me anyway. I'm pretty sure Todd was already in the room.
And that's what I mean. If you think that motherfucker's there to help you, he ain't there. He ain't getting involved in that. Plus,
he's not even
we're
there.
all looking. Listen, when Devin is going on his tirade, me and Michael Todd are looking at each other like, man, we hate this motherfucker for doing this up here. Like, first of all, the press conference is too fucking long anyway. We don't want no more questions and banter. Man, no. The jet lag is setting in here for me. I'm listen, and then my man Ernest is like, well, my friend, what are they asking, my friend? Why are they asking so many questions, my friend? I'm like, yeah, I told Neil one question each.
Well,
That's
hey,
it.
I have not watched, but I'm assuming press conference looks the same, right? Like they.
Yeah, the only good thing is that there's two press conferences now. So 7-7 with Coach Ray, and then 7-7 with Neil, and I was in the second one this time. You know, so at least you only got to set through one of them. But yeah, it's and listen, once it doesn't matter how much you talk, if the other person is out, disengaged, it becomes like a very, it's hard for everybody to watch. Listen, and once again, I guess that the press conference banner is designed, Devin must think, to get more people to buy the pay-per-view. It's just, in my opinion, every motherfucker that's buying the pay-per-view is already bought the pay-per-view, and only a few real fucking bored-ass dudes are watching this press conference. Mm-hmm. I mean, you really got to love arm wrestling to sit through that press conference at home. Oh,
yeah, you have to love it, or you have to be, like you said, love it and be a little bit bored at Friday night.
Yeah. And listen, you're talking about 4 hours of this shit.
Extremely bored. Maybe extremely bored because the shit not funny for a long time.
Not funny.
Nope. It has to be like.
And listen, when Dennis walked over with that play hammer, that wasn't funny either. And then them two getting right there together in front of each other was almost like, I hope Dennis don't smack this motherfucker.
Yeah, because I don't think.
I think it's also it's kind of good that Dennis. I don't know if he understands English or not, but if he does, right. So that's why it was okay, because yeah, it was definitely weird. But I get it. Like and even Devin walked up to me before the press conference, like, "Yo, I think I'm gonna address this thing to Dennis and try to work out this thing." And I was like, "Did you talk to anybody about this? Are you sure? Doesn't look like to me like he's in. I don't know if that's a good idea. I would say don't do that." And then of course he did it, which
Hey,
I listen. I love the motherfucker. I love Devin, and I don't care what he does if he is doing it in that. Listen, I don't care if he ruins his fucking. I don't care if him and Engin get in a fight and they hate each other. I do not care. Either way, I don't care if Kamala wins or Trump wins tonight. I do not care. I'm telling you right now, my life probably will not change,
I
and I
know.
will adjust to whatever changes happen.
Yeah, because Tyson's Texas, not you. You don't care.
That's what I'm saying. I don't care. Like, and I mean, I'm telling you now, I like Engin. I love what he's doing. I love Devin. I love what he's doing. I understand if that's what he's trying to do. That's what I think he's trying to do. I do not think that he wants to ruin arm wrestling and ruin Engin's promotion and get in a fight with Engin in Turkey. I do not think he wants to do that. I think that he is set out on this mission. The mission is to engage himself as the villain and get more people watching. So that's why I don't care what tactics he used. Now, it's also, too, unfortunately, I got to suffer through listening to the shit at the press conference. But that's it. That's it.
$9.99 super chat from Tom Zhu. Where are your hammers, Travis?
One of them I gave to Paul Italia. One I put in my father's casket. One of them is at Jesse Gilliland's house.
One is a doorstopper at the gym.
Yeah. I've got one like right here. Then there's one more somewhere else.
Well, no, I think so. There's one doorstopper at your house and one doorstopper at the gym.
You could be right about that. There could be two. Oh, yeah, I don't know. I know there's 5 total. But they've been dispersed across. Oh, I know. One of them's in Moldova with the guy who sponsored that event.
I got you.
Yeah, I mean, once he gave me that last 40,000 for the 3rd time, I felt like I got to get this motherfucker something. So I gave him a hammer. Yeah, me and Cobra dropped it off. My man Vaja has that hammer in his office. And a matter of fact, Cobra was just over there a month ago, 2 months ago, and he FaceTimed me with the hammer.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, so that's where they are. There's only one in my house.
I got you.
So one in my house, one with Paul Italia, one with Jesse, one in the casket with my father, one in Moldova. And that shows you how much I think about him.
Well, I was about to say, were you kind of proud that Vaja kept his and it's so like fun and Andrew was able to FaceTime you?
Yes. I'm glad that they're there, no doubt. And I love those guys over there. I mean, what they did for us was absolutely amazing. So yeah, I am glad that and I wouldn't be surprised if Paulie's got his taken care of. And I'm pretty sure Jesse Gillen's got his right on the mantle where it was before. So
this is always like in the back where he does the podcast that you can see the thing or used
Paulie's got mine where you can see it.
I'm pretty sure it's always.
Oh, there we go. Then every one of those is in the right place then.
All right, that's great. Dude, okay, since we're talking about Devon for the whole time, and we did mention a couple other matches. What was your favorite match though? Because people ask me that. I went is like Alajan and Ivan. What do you think?
I mean, Alajan and Ivan, it just didn't, Alajan just took over so much that it's just so impressive, man. The guy's so good.
What was impressive to me though?
The guy's so good. I mean, so impressive. So, and you know what else is amazing to me is the difference in high level tournament arm wrestling. Because let's just say that we had 15 of the best 85 kilogram guys you could find, right? Samushia loses matches inside these super matches. He loses rounds. Like when Vladimir just, I mean, you couldn't beat nobody any perfectly than you could beat anybody the first round. Just ready, go, boom, right in there, rolls him out, beats him. Just beats him. If this was a big tournament and you had 16 of the best guys, I'm not sure Shamusha would even get back to Vladimir.
Right.
But the fact is, he has no emotion on his face because he understands that that's not going to happen 4 times. And he's just a little bit of a difference. And then, man, what a guy. So good luck anybody beating him 4 rounds, too. Amazing. And really, how many people could win match 3 or 4 after losing the early rounds? Like, that's astonishing to me as well. Reno just going down, and then all of a sudden, after being down 2-0 or 3-0, coming back is absolutely amazing to me.
I stayed by that match. I was worried. Man.
Yeah, Reno didn't look like he just like he did against Ivan left-handed. It's like, how this kid get a title shot? And then all of a sudden, okay, I know why he got the title shot now. And listen, 20 years old with that world champion thing around his belt. Come on, bro. Come on, dude. You better put some respect on that man's name. Something. The girls are awesome. I mean, I feel like it's crazy when you know the 2 girls. So watching Carolina and Dimitrina, it's like, yo, man, I kind of know these people now. I'm like, what's up? Dap it up. And, that was awesome. I mean, Dimitrina's pretty amazing human being. So that was good. I mean, Michael Todd, I kind of watched that. I didn't commentate. I felt like that was a bad matchup for Gennadi's first time coming back. That's one of them. No matter who you are, you're going to be pulling Michael Todd for about 10 minutes. So you need to be well ready for war. Michael looked big, real big. Vitaly continues to impress me to the point that I do believe he's the best arm wrestler on the planet Earth right now. When you combine left and right-handed together, and I think that in 2024, 25, he'll be the super heavyweight champ left and right-handed. Just my opinion. I believe that if you look at his progress since the loss to Dave, he has gotten bigger. He's filled out his frame more. I think he's the guy.
Okay, so with that being said, what's the hottest match? What really changed your life and what made you retire more? Or man, I need to go do some wrist curls.
Yeah, good question.
Actually, well, that's not. Hey, which match made you think, you know what, I need to go home and train? Or there was not.
No, there was no matches that made me feel that way. No, I'm gonna tell you something real crazy.
Okay.
I don't know what I did on the airplane. I must have laid on my arm wrong, but my left arm is so messed up now. I can't get it to go all the way.
Right? Dude.
It's like something is underneath here in my tricep here. It hurts this is as close as I can get it to my face. And my right arm just, no problem. My left arm about right there is stuck. And now I can't straighten the motherfucker out all the way. So I can't, I'm done. Dude, I am finished.
Dude, it's funny you explaining. That's why I'm doing this shit right now. Sunday, I'm with Emma Heck, which you met Raylan. You met Emma's dad when you were in England with Moody and Raylan.
Oh yeah, he was the guy, the army guy, right?
Yeah. So
love that fucking guy.
Dude, Raylan has a daughter, right? Who's like a weightlifter beast, right? 17 years old, about to be.
Yeah, CrossFitter, right? Too, right?
She does CrossFit, yeah, but she's like Olympic weightlifter. Like she fucking snatches 300 pounds, like crazy. Goes to worlds, national. She's a beast, right?
Nice.
She tried me last Sunday. She's like, "Hey, can you do a muscle up?" I'm like, "Yeah, I can do a muscle up." Can you do a clean one?" I'm like, It's been a while. Let me see if I can do one anyway at this point. Dude, I do the muscle up and I straighten myself out. As soon as I straighten myself out, I'm there up top, on top of the bar, and look at my left arm like,
It
oh,
won't straighten.
that's not gonna look good when I'm coming down. Like, I come down like this. I did this, and my right is kind of okay. My left was a little bit like this. It straightens out now. But if I had
Yeah, it's like like I need like something like if somebody like do something. It's
I
like
almost
I
like
don't know if
I can relay on that, and it's almost like okay, I'm like, oh cool, it's fine. And then like, huh, all right, yeah, it's back.
yeah. So I don't know if I rhabdoed the insertion there, my tricep and elbow. I don't know what, but I haven't done one physical thing. Just riding in an airplane.
I was in such a great shape until that pull up muscle up on Sunday.
Yeah, like I feel like I need to go hang and see if this motherfucker will just straighten out. Fucking awkward as shit. So yeah, no, I did not get that sense, and no, I didn't feel like I was ready to get back at it in any, not even one small part of me.
I got you. I got you. Okay, well, okay then. So, well, you think about if there was an interesting one then, because there's a bunch. You mentioned all the really hot ones here, because like watching Yoshi and
I
Todd.
mean, yeah, Yoshi and Todd was cool, and the reason Yoshi and Todd was cool is because Ingen and me were probably the only two people that understood that. Hey, listen, I know the outside world thinks this is a bad matchup, but I'm telling you, there's a weird spot where this dude could stop Todd. And it's even more interesting because Todd, he don't mind having that little bend in his wrist, but that was awesome. Like that was awesome. And then you think about Todd's ability not to panic in that situation was damn impressive too. So, but you know what? Let's stop talking about Devon and Todd. That ain't no match. Forget about Devon pulling anybody in that 215 class. It's over. Or 115 kg. No. Nobody can beat him at 231 pounds. Nobody.
Well, I think when they pulled it, did they pull it the weight class, or was Todd
They
just
they
very
they were so close to 95 kilograms. They were like 96. So they just made it a 95 kilogram match because then both of them were light. If Todd Hutchins was really like 106 kilograms and he could have weighed up to 115, I think.
Uh-huh.
But also, too, like, now listen, don't let Engin see this fucking podcast because
He's probably watching.
that
And
scale might have been a little heavy to help my man lose a little bit of weight, Devon, because everybody was awful happy about how easy it was for him to make weight.
Mm-hmm.
But I ain't one to say no shit like that. I already told you. I said something about the motherfucking referee, and Engin come running back there. So he's liable to open my fucking bedroom window right now and be like, hey, motherfucker, told you, watch yourself. And I'm going to be like, yo, you better go say that shit to Devon. Leave me the fuck alone. You got bigger fish to fry, motherfucker, more than me.
And that's what really comes down to, like, goes back to the way you commentate, right? It's
Yeah.
really, like, none of that is wrong necessarily. I mean, it's there, we could treat it just respect and all that stuff. It's within the promotion rules.
Yeah, I mean, it's that weird thing where if you
It-
are getting
well, I'm
paid
just saying,
by.
well, let me finish. But it's in Engin's um in Engin's hand right now. It's his opportunity right now. If he doesn't like the way you commentate, the way Devon does his things, the way Georgians don't come to weigh-ins, the way do this, like it's time to like, if you don't wanna have a mental breakdown on a Monday morning, you need to tighten up Friday night. For sure. Like, hey, motherfucker,
No doubt. And I get it. Like,
you don't talk to me as you're talking to the guy. That's it. You show up to the weigh-ins and sign your cards properly.
right. Yeah, I get it. And, Engin's in a tough, and listen, Engin's already, Engin is already, he's already becoming the best version of himself there is because there was a time when he had no patience for any of that shit.
10 years ago, if Engin will have seen this event, he'll be like, I will never do this. If I ever do an wrestling event, it will never look like this.
Right,
100%.
right. But if you're commentating for the NBA, you got to be careful saying anything that would give someone the interpretation that the NBA is not perfect. So I usually dude, if you give me, a few $1,000s and come over there and you got some bullshit going on, if one of your fucking sound guys said something to me, I will ruin everything, just like I almost did. Fuck y'all, I'll leave this motherfucker right now. But fast forward 2 years, and now the brand is so strong, I don't want to get fired, boss. Boss, what do you need? Boss, no problem, boss. I'm sorry, I won't do it again. So that's the place. It's if I'm Gennady, I'd get to weigh-ins on time from now on and get where he told me to get, because I don't have the clout, right? If you're telling Travis Bagent 5 years ago to do something, he might say, nah, I'll do whatever I want. Today's climate, yes, sir. I won't say that again. So eventually, Devon and Engin need to get to that same place too, where it's either Devon saying, hey, bro, I know you got a good thing going here, but don't get it twisted. The champ does what the fuck he wants. Either you accept that, Engin, or Devon accepts that Engin's got too much integrity and too many principles to allow that shit to take place.
Yeah, and even that is a little extreme, though. I feel like there can be a conversation of where what's allowed and what's not. You can
That's
tell.
what I'm saying. It's but one of them's the boss, so they got to figure that out first. Who the boss is?
Yeah. And Devon has that for sure. Like there was a moment where Miyagi was telling him, you can see it in the live stream. He's like, normal, normal, be normal, and he's like,
exactly, yeah, and that's another thing too. Like whoever Engin does answer to, and none of us know. I don't know what Niazi's. I don't know if Niazi's just the old school cat that runs arm wrestling over there that has enough clout and swag to get involved, or does Niazi have the power to shut that whole motherfucker down? I don't know the answer to that, but I do tell you this: Devon listened to Niazi more than he was listening any other time. So good for them. I mean, and listen, no one would have minded probably if Petrenko was Levon, but because Petrenko looked like he was 100 kg smaller and the match was already over, I mean, it didn't take a normal human being would go to his rescue and be like, yo, bro, can you ease up on this cat? It's like you seeing somebody bullying the guy taking his lunch. It's like, yo, man, if you reach in there and grab his chips, I might not say nothing. But if you take his peanut butter sandwich and smatter all over his face, motherfucker, hey, bro, can you not fucking do that? I can't sit here and watch you pick on this cat like this. So those feelings were there. Every single person I talked to, regardless of how big or not big of a fan they were from Devon, noticed that it's a little awkward. And then Devon would have to either Devon explained it to him that he's trying to get, make things bigger, better, or someone else tried to explain it. But those explanations were happening. That's for sure.
That's another thing I think you talked about a little bit earlier is Devon does well. We need to know and Devon needs to realize who is his audience. If the people who has been buying pay-per-view, we already know his shenanigans, so he can only make it worse by making it not funny. If a brand new person watches that, I want to hear what a brand new person who watched it for the first time, if they
are they ready to watch it again because of that?
Are they disgusted with that, or was it like, dude, I can't wait to see this guy beat next time?
Because you might have, if you show that same person the Alajan and Ivan match, they might be like, yeah, it's pretty boring, because they don't understand the way it made me feel.
I showed arm wrestling matches to a bunch of people. I know that's not normal match is not watchable. Yeah, for sure.
And then just think about that, because I'm sure that Engin would much rather see the Ivan match than the Devon match. but he's running a business.
Engin
But
is
he's running a business. Running a
Engin is an
business.
arm wrestling fan through and through. He loves arm wrestling, and that's why the matches are the way they are. Like it's clearly he loves it. So yeah, for he will watch, 155 guys go at it as long as they're like the level is there, right? Like for sure, he'll watch and put up anything. But yeah, a regular person will watch it. But yeah, at this point, it is a question like
I want to referee one time, man. I want to referee one time with
they need
WL
to, they
rules.
need to give it an
I want to
opportunity
referee with WL
for
rules,
the efficiency.
and I wanna see if maybe that would be more entertaining too.
How can you make that entertaining though? Just by making it faster, or just because
Well, not only faster, but just too, like whenever someone tries to complain about something, that you tell them exactly what the deal is. Negative. Foul.
right, right,
What the fuck you mean? What happened? What
dude.
do you mean what happened? Motherfucker, I told you, close your thumbs. I did not tell you to give this motherfucker 75 pounds of back pressure until you were already pulling before go. Foul.
It's I feel what you're saying because there's a card that's happening November 14 here. My buddy Mike Katoya putting it on. It's called like Red Meat Lovers, and it's like a beef broth, or there's gonna be some beef buffet in there and stuff. But he has a bunch of cool super matches. Sarah's coming. Andre is pulling around Bath. And there's a bunch of other people, right? And like, dude, I'm thinking about that. I don't know if they have like really strict referee. You need one with Andre. You probably need one with Ron too. And I'm like, dude, I'm gonna come down there and watch. I want to grab a referee shirt because, like, dude, there's gonna be somebody that needs to take control of this, and I cannot think. I'm gonna be on the phone with Mike here shortly in the next
Tell
couple.
Mike for $3,500 airfare and hotel, I'll come down in my fucking ref for him all day long.
Dude, the money that he offered me there to come and compete, I don't think he's in our budget yet. But one day we'll get you there, Travis. We'll get you there.
Hey, let's
But
go. I'm in.
it's a good gig. But like, dude, I was thinking about man, that there's money. Mike is it's new thing. Mike just did something small a couple months ago, so that thing can go either way. But I'm like, dude, that can go really south if you have a referee that has no control over there, and it's a pay per view. Like, and you cannot have a regular referee there. You need to referee that. So I'm like, I might need to talk to him. I might need to become a
Yeah.
ref one day. Not that I'm a great ref, but I understand the process, and I understand like you're cheating, motherfucker.
Yeah,
This is the
yeah,
same
yeah.
shit.
Yeah, and too, listen, motherfucker, you double capped. You got to show the man some knuckle. That's the problem.
Right,
So,
and I'll tell them too, like, Andre, I know we're from the same country and we from the same state. I do not care that much about their relationship over this call.
when you watched the pay per view, did you think Michael Todd got pinned or no?
Uh, okay. To me, his arm touched. He definitely touched the thing. It just a thing. If whether it was touched, it was definitely touched like on the arm thing, and it's like I think within the rules that's not a pin. Like it needs to be touched from here to here. On the pay per view, from what I've seen, it's definitely he got pinned. He got touched. It's whether like I guess it doesn't count if it's below here.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah, from our point of view, we didn't think in the booth that he got pinned, but I wasn't announcing, thank God. So I just kept coming in being like and just making all kinds of gyrations to
I
Coach
guess
Ray
hey,
into the deal.
so before we wrap it up, the most people really disgusted with like Devon being one thing. Second thing, nobody liked Mayurov and Samusha match as far as the referee goes. They think that was home cooking.
Well, you know what was really funny is that Vladimir was pissed.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess he was pissed that he had him pinned and they didn't call it for a couple seconds. And I guess that took some of his juice, maybe. But I mean, listen, he wasn't going to he couldn't pin Samucha 4 times. Nah, it got ugly quick around round 3. It was over.
Mm-hmm.
So, you could have maybe went up 2-0, maybe, but that's as far as it was going to go. Samucha, man, he the champ, man. He the champ. He needs to pull he needs to pull catch weight people at 231, like Paul Lynn. Paul Lynn needs to pull him again, but Paul Lynn can weigh, 220, and Samushia can weigh.
I pulled him again, man. I watched that match. I feel like Paul got lucky. He should now repull him.
Well, he shouldn't pull him if he weighs the same as him, but Samushia should pull John Brzenk and guys like that.
I'm telling you at this point, yeah, we need Samusha's matches to look on paper that he cannot win them.
Exactly.
It cannot look like somebody offered Adam Rosinski. I'm like, Adam will be there in the hook for round or two, and that's it. We're just gonna blame if Adam can do it. We don't need anybody if somebody can do it. We need somebody if David can do it. Yeah. Like that's got to be the reality.
Yeah, and if you want to make someone lose a bunch of weight, make Todd Hutchins lose all the way to 205, 203. You just make Todd an offer. What's the lowest you can get? And make sure Todd is struggling to make weight in Samushia. Because listen, when Samushia rolled in the pool Sasho, he looked a little better in the motherfucking shoulder neck area. So he can gain weight too. And he's just he's such a decorated champ that it's okay, in my opinion, for him to pull a guy like John Brzenk. I'd love to see that. I'd like to see them ask John to get as low as he can and pull Samushia. That would be great. Fucking good shit. Well, maybe even Yoshi and Samushia.
Yeah, I feel like the more insane they sound, the more it makes sense for sure.
Yeah, why not?
Because when I was thinking, what's next for like left-handed? Like, what can Alajan pull Devon? I think Devon has no chance. But I'm like, you know what? That's exactly what I want to hear. If I'm saying there's no chance, we need something like that for sure.
That would be great. But you know what though? It would be interesting to see how Alajan accepted all that bullying shit too.
Dude, I think a lot of Kazakhstan guys are funny. I think they're going to be able to do some funny stuff. You know what I mean? Like they can get it. But it's funny you said about being decorated too. I think that's another power of Engin, right? I think if Engin was just rich guy making matches, some of those Europeans could be like, whatever. Like, yeah, you can't tell me this. But I think because of Engin is also such a high level arm wrestler and the GOAT of everything. Like,
and I mean, 14 matches. I mean, 7 of them can be for those world titles. The other 7 can be just crowd friendly. But once again, it doesn't matter how he does it because the man knows what he's doing. I'm always taken back, so impressed when I see the way it operates. Dude, yeah, East versus West is the shit, man. Crazy.
I love it. Well, is there anything else you want to mention, Trevor, that you got impressed on the court, on the trip? I like how you keep mentioning. You don't even say Samusha. You say the champ. The champ.
Like, yeah, motherfucker, that's the champ right there.
The champ, man. I'm like,
Hey, you know who else? Betkilly's a bad motherfucker too now.
Betkilly's gangster.
Yeah, Betkilly's good. Yeah, Betkilly's another one that he ain't got much problem going up in weight either. Go ahead.
How impressive how, like, dude, the second, third match just got easier and easier for him. You don't see that.
I mean, and then once he got his hand bent back and he just pushed through that shit like bad dude, man. Bad dude. I think I predicted every match.
Yeah. You know what? That's funny. East versus matches, some of the cards to me go totally opposite way. There's so many ups and downs and like people getting comebacks and all that. And some cards kind of go the way it's supposed to go. And you can see some crazy stuff. And I think this card, everybody.
But I do think I said Ivan was going to win a couple times, and I said that Alajan was going to win. So it just depends on which time you heard me talking. That's for sure.
That's normal. I bet my money on 2 stolen matches. I bet my money on Reno and Ibrahim and Devon and Oleg because I only bet when I'm.
You thought Reno was going to win?
100%. I thought it would be 4-0.
Oh nah, that shit was yeah.
I did not. I thought stylistically, press like Ibrahim should be so easy to beat with Reno's that how he hooks and stuff that lines it up. Like if you're gonna top roll it, it's gonna be bad. It's like pulling Jerry, but you can kind of go in it, which I thought that's how Reno does it, and he did. It just Ibrahim is like,
It took him to
no,
third or fourth round to get it figured out.
yeah, but well, Ibrahim is just so strong. It's not like
So strong.
you know what I mean? Like what I'm saying works if you're kind of stronger or in the same power, but like, dude, Ibrahim was there. And I think that it's funny, people in Russia, like reading the Eastern European comments, they hate the way Ibrahim pulls. And it's funny to me, like, because they think, because I guess he's also fairly new. He hadn't been arm wrestling for more than like, not even, I don't think he's been arm wrestling for like 5 years or even a decade. Uh, he, I guess they just his press is so like bodily driven and all that. I'm like, to me, the guy he built like that, and he's a gangster about it. It's so hard to do anything with him because he's already crowding the whole table. He's already going for the most uncomfortable techniques that's going to end up on your side of the table. Like, yeah, it's hard to deal with, but like he gets like a weird hate for that too.
Yeah. Well, I hope they figure it out. And listen, it's not if I'm speaking to the arm wrestling world, just know that we don't want Engin and Devon to have a problem.
Oh
We
no,
want them to be boys. We want to be a cohesive unit that stays together and that we keep growing.
dude, before I let you go, because that's something in your alley. Equipment. Do you ever thought if their guys are too big, like let's say it's gonna be Jerry Carteret and Levon, or Brian Shaw and Vitali, or Vitali and Rivas. Do you think those guys need different arm wrestling table?
I don't know. I
No,
don't know.
you
I
never
don't know.
think
Well, I mean, you got to get them the
guy.
table, though. You got to get them the table so they can train on it. So it's almost like, yeah, come on. Yeah, that's no, I don't think that. However, I will tell you this: that big ass Russian dude was over there, man. He's kind of impressive.
Kirill, yeah,
Is that the dude, the strongman or powerlifter guy?
powerlifter, yeah, he has a world record.
He's got great vocabulary English wise. So that's
Look,
probably gonna be all right
yeah,
for
Kirill, it's just I'm not following that because what you're saying and your energy, what they just gave me, that was the energy like 6 years ago about Kirill. And
Oh, okay. I didn't even know that. That's the first time I saw the motherfucker. I thought he's brand new. I don't know. I just know that if he has all that following and Brian Shaw's getting better and they can go at it, that's probably a pretty good avenue for the pay-per-view to be doubled with 30,000 people that we don't know.
for sure,
That'd be
Kirill
pretty
is
sweet.
one of
But
those.
I could tell too that dude was annoyed with Devin because he was like, man, I got to answer all these questions because Dennis ain't saying shit. Like, yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
listen, I'll tell you what else would be good is if Artem Morozov did pull Devin and listen, whack Devin's ass. That would be okay too. Like it'll be interesting to see Devin bullying the wrong person and taking an ass whooping.
Oh, you mean like actual ass whooping?
No, just an ass whooping on the
I mean,
table, but
okay.
a good one where you can't beat the motherfucker. You know what I mean? But you do because I don't think Devin did a lot of that talking against Levon and Dennis when he lost those matches.
No, even there was a moment with Oleg to where he went quiet for a second, where like Oleg out of the strap got something, and there was silence for sure. Hi, Casey.
Say hi to Artem.
Hi, Artem.
Hey. I just guessed it's Casey, so it was a good guess.
Yeah, I'm glad it was. Glad it was Casey and not one of them other chicks.
You're terrible. You're terrible.
Oh yeah, the worst. Yeah, I'm the worst. I don't have the energy to have no other women in my life, brother. I'm a one woman man.
I can tell by how fast you got to Turkey and from Turkey. Okay.
100%. Yeah, 100%. And listen, I'm about to talk Engin into me not coming to the press conference so that I don't even have to be there till Saturday morning. Then I get there on Saturday morning, knock that shit out, back home on Sunday morning. Yes,
Well,
sir.
you're flying direct, so like as long as you're making a flight.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. And also too, I mean, Coach Ray and Neil and me, we don't need each other. We only need two of us. So if there's a backup plan there that you can save some money by one of us not making it.
Dude, and there's even a line of somebody doing it online anyway at some
Yeah,
point.
no. I can't wait till that happens where I can sit right here and do it. Oh man, that would be sweet.
Dude, I remember I offered back when
Well, if
we
I ever get fired, that's what I'm gonna do anyway. What Brian Bowen and them do, just do the play-by-play and get my YouTube channel up. So
you're
yeah,
gonna
let's
be.
go.
I feel like Ozzy Armaster was here earlier. What's up, Ozzy? If you're still here, I know he's like the only person, or one of the only people that does that still. So, and it's funny that
Oh, that's probably why he's never gonna work for us. So
well,
keep doing it.
but it's funny that he's always announced as king of the table.
Yeah.
So
Well, you know what? I think too that they are kind of separated a little bit. I think they kind of, they're kind of careful as to not step on each other's toes. And, man, it's crazy because me and Don are boys now. Me and Don are boys.
I think Don came around, man. I feel like Don,
Yeah, I mean,
like,
cool with motherfucking cool with me.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think maybe he thought the arm masters were like not what he thought, and he kind of took us for a bunch of like dumb fucks. But now he's cool.
Yeah, and I can only imagine what he heard about me anyway. So I already am prepared. I'm already prepared for someone who got in the arm wrestling promotions, and it took a year and a half before I met him. What they could have already heard could have been just terrible.
And you
Yeah.
know what's funny? So go back. Let's go back to London, right? You're meeting Moody and Raylan there, right? I didn't know that Raylan going to meet you, right? Because like I didn't, I forgot, I knew y'all were going to the same like spots and stuff, right? But like a week or 2 weeks before y'all all go to London, me and Raylan do our thing, and I kind of been seeing him a couple times a week, and I'm like, dude, you have to meet Travis, man. First of all, he'll do whatever you do here. He'll make it look like he does it better. Plus, just an arm wrestling, he'll show you stuff. But like, here's the thing, because they talk about a lot about dominance and like dominating different areas of life. I'm like, dude, once you're gonna meet Travis, you're gonna realize what a dominant person actually looks like. To where like, I don't care if you put Travis in the kindergarten, in the fucking room of arm wrestler, like he will look like he'll dominate the place. And I don't mean from aggression standpoint, just he's the guy, right? So I'm telling him all that, not realizing he's gonna see you in 2 weeks, right? He sees you. I'm texting him or whatever. Like when I'm like, dude. So will you say Travis is the most dominant person you ever met? Dude, 100%, 100%.
He was awesome, man. He was good.
Like his son, normal, not normal. He like his son is awesome and calm and collected, and his dad, not like that.
Yeah, that was good. That's Tyson. Yeah, Tyson did get to hang out with us. We had dinner together. Yeah.
Good,
But
good.
man, Moody, well, they stayed in a fancy ass hotel, man.
Dude,
Fancy boy.
where did you and Moody got stuck? When he was asking you for money because y'all couldn't get y'all didn't have neither one of your cards worked or something.
Oh man. Yeah, that's personal, man. Don't be bringing that stuff up, man. What's wrong with you? What is wrong with
I
you?
don't know the story. I just know you told me like, yeah.
Nah, it's just that the taxis are crazy over there, how much expensive they are. So we're headed somewhere in my card. The bank finally says, motherfucker, you ain't in London.
You didn't
So
know
it tells me out. And I got this fucked up card that they make at my bank, right? If you go in there and lose your card, they just make you a new debit card. Well, it's got like where the paint ran out at the end of it. So I'm like, man, this motherfucker looks as fucking ghetto as possible. I tried to give it to the guy. The guy looked at me and said, man, this ain't real. I said, man, fuck you mean it ain't real? I've been using it all fucking day. Fuck you mean? Nah, man, I never seen one like this. I said, well, let me see your credit card. Are you from London? I bet you I ain't never seen a credit card you got either. Fuck you talking about? But it's so funny because my card did look hood as shit. And then Moody, because of you, whenever I'm like, hey, my card won't work, you pay for this, I'll pay you later. He's like, oh, What? Artem already said you won't pay. You'll never give him the Venmo.
Why would you say because of me?
Because that's you. That's your boy. That's
No,
your guy. And then
you're,
when we was over there in Turkey before, you was like, man, you better give Moody his money. I'm like, motherfucker, as soon as I get paid, I'll give him the fucking money. Fuck both of y'all.
you're meant to wake you up, Travis Bagent. Let me give you a wake-up call.
Exactly.
I give you to look in the mirror after this, too.
Exactly. That's what I mean, man. Hey. Y'all forget all the stuff I do for y'all.
No, shut up. Don't. You know how many times you've done this to Moody to like, oh, man, my card is in the room. Can you pay? I'll give you the money back. I bet. You've done it to him so many times that he was like, dude, you have to
be. Hey, listen, this was the one time where I had my card. They wouldn't take the motherfucker. I really did need him.
So that's how he's telling me the story. Yo, man, Travis did it to me again. Dude, what? We over there, and he's using his card, and at this point, I don't want to use my card because I always use my card. So I'm trying to use his card, and it doesn't work. So I'm like, dude, you don't have the money. Show me your bank account.
Oh, man, that's great, man. I tell you, boy, with friends like you two motherfuckers, man, I don't need no enemies, man.
Oh yeah, listen. By the time you're gonna get your first debit card, Travis, we can be friends again, okay?
How about when you said you can easily put your bank on the Venmo? I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, guys,
what are you talking about?
Everybody that doesn't know, Travis doesn't want to connect his bank account to Cash App so he can send people money right away and receive.
Hey, this is how I roll. That's it, right here, baby.
The future of the cash.
Good luck.
Cash. Like
good luck getting me to part with it. Good luck getting me to part with them bills. Yeah, I tell you, man.
Like a new school drug dealers, cash and mail. So
wait till Moody. Wait till I see Moody's ass again.
Cash and mail, dude.
Hey, did they tell you how great the seats were? Did your boy tell you?
Raylan did say that y'all got a good seats.
Yeah, we got hooked up really good. It was awesome.
Yeah,
it was fun. I really like that guy, man. He was a cool dude, man.
Raylan's awesome. Yeah, I see him at least like once a week or something.
Yeah, good dude.
The only story that he told me that was funny, the only like story they really had, I guess at some night, they wanted to go get a massage. Or at least Moody wanted to find a massage parlor, want to go there. And they find somebody like, hey, the massage place is closed, go down this way. They go down the side.
They had their wives with them. Why would they want to go to the massage parlor?
I think Moody just the guy to go get a massage, 100%. And Raylan was like,
they don't really give massages at those places, man. The fuck are they talking about?
Hey, it's a personal story. Let me tell it the way it was told, okay? So, dude, they go to this place and they tell them no. They go to another. They're like, hey, this place is open. We close. So they go to this place or whatever, some building. There's some Russian dude sitting outside smoking a cigarette. They're like, hey, massage. All right, follow me. They follow this Russian dude that takes them inside the building. They go to this door. Russian dude disappears. They knock on the door. Some fancy, dressed up looking, gorgeous looking dude opens the door. Yes, here for the massage. Oh yeah, okay. But I think the movie is like, I don't see any ladies. Oh, it's guy on guy. Like, and I guess, dude, it's like either they were covered in cologne or the way they were dressed. They were like, they got sent there by the lady at the front desk. So they're like, dude, the lady at the front desk thought they were fruitcakes.
Moody was happy too. I guess he went to some barber over there too and got hooked up. They got hooked up.
And Moody was so mad. He was like, I just want to beat up this guy. And Raylan goes, that's why probably the Russian dude is in the front. So,
exactly. Good luck. Good luck with that. So they got two gay bird massages. Man, your boys are fucked up, man.
They told me they turned around, man, but I don't know. If I'm in vacation,
when I saw them, they was relaxed and they smelled like cologne. That's all I can tell you. That's awesome.
I'm gonna loosen up, Travis. You need to go next time.
Yeah, I went. I was there too. Fuck it. They didn't tell you that. I jumped right in there with the tranny.
Well, somebody said to me, gorgeous looking dude, in quotes, Artem 2024. It goes back to what Travis likes to say, good looking guy, really good looking guy.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, listen, my only complaint with the girls when they massage is they're not strong enough. So I don't mind. Come on in there, man. Jump on me, man. Whatever you got to do. Let's go. Right now, I wish one of them dudes would come straighten my arm out. That'd be great.
Dude, well, it's actually it makes a lot of sense if you ever like look into the whole massage techniques and stuff. They do tell you like, hey, if you're massaging a bigger person, all that stuff doesn't apply anymore. You might have to go there with your elbow.
Get in there, kid. Get in there. Get in there. Call your uncle over here. Whatever you got to do. All right, well, we done? We got to be close to being done, right?
So done, sir. Thank you for everything. It was finally nice talking in front of all this 3,000 people.
Amen, amen. All right, you the man. We'll talk soon. Let's do it again tomorrow.
All right, so we can do it tomorrow, actually. So let's do it.
Later, babes.
Later, sir. All righty, guys. I almost forgot how to close it up, but we can talk for a lot of time. Hey, guys, thank you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for all the super chats and being here. There's a lot of you here today. So, Travis actually calling me. So I'm gonna go. Thank you, guys.